Hi, Chris.
How are you?
Good. I'm good, thanks. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Ladies and gentlemen, Lucerne Valley neighbor, Chris Gonzales from $20 Profits is joining us right now. He's going to share their new single, and we're going to talk about the band a little bit.
All right.
Cool. All right, awesome. So tell me who else is in the band.
Our drummer is Johnny Carnage. We have a bass player. His name is Andrew English, aka Broken English, and then we have Johnny Savage on guitar and keyboards and vocals as well. And then my name's Chris. Hi.
And what do you do in the band?
I sing and I play guitar.
Okay, awesome. And how long have you guys been together in the high desert, rocking the high desert?
The band's been together for about 4.5 years. This current lineup we have with all the guys, our bass player Andrew joined about 1.5 years ago.
Okay.
And the other guys have been in the band for like 3.5 years. So it's been a solid group for about 3.5 years with just me and the Johnnies. And, as some of our bass players couldn't keep playing in the group. So, when someone can't do it, you got to replace them. And I feel like we were blessed because, we got someone that was like, every time that happened, we got someone that was just better for the job.
Nice.
Like each time. So right now we got Andrew, and he was just a blessing to have. He's a really talented musician, good, all-around good guy, fun energy to be around. Like anyone who's hung out with Andrew, they know he's just one of the funnest guys to be around. So, yeah, it's good having him. The chemistry is just so rare to find with somebody like that.
Yeah, that's the evolution of a great band when you find all the members that make it work. And so you guys do sort of like reggae, rock. What? How do you describe your music?
Yeah, it's reggae based music. I mean, I would say, but we do a lot of heavy rock. We have a lot of heavy rock influences. You know what I mean? My drummer, he's real into he liked Korn, and he likes heavy metal bands like Sepultura, and stuff like that. And he also listens to like the murder rap stuff like Insane Clown Posse, Suicide Boys. And then you got Andrew, who's into bands like the Midnight. I don't know if you heard of the Midnight, very 80s retro.
Yeah.
And he likes heavy metal.
Okay.
He loves heavy metal. And then you got Johnny Savage, who's really into island reggae.
Nice.
You know what I mean? And as for me, like I grew up on Ozzy and, NWA and stuff like that. But, Bob Marley Sublime, of course. Nice. But I also have been like lately really into island reggae a lot. So we have a lot of influences that come in. But we would say reggae based, but we do a lot of heavy rock and a lot of smooth stuff. So it's just all around, like we just try to make good music and we try not to put ourselves in a box.
Right. That's great. I love all the textures of all the influences. And you guys, you write a lot of your own songs. I know you do some covers as well, but you have a nice repertoire of original songs.
Thank you. we did the whole point of this band was to make original music, just because like I used to be a hip hop artist and we would make songs a lot. Like the art of being a hip hop artist is just to be in the studio as much as you can and to make as many songs as you can and try to produce good stuff, of course. But so when I joined this band, or when I started this band rather, the main thing we wanted to do was just write our own stuff and write good stuff that people could relate to. You drinking a Truly?
I am. It's
you know what? I have one in the other room that I was drinking and I forgot to bring in. That's funny.
They're tasty.
Yeah.
And I noticed you guys are starting to play again, coming out of the pause and playing at local places. This interview won't air until June 1st, but I know you're playing this Saturday down the street at 247.
Yeah, and then we're also playing June 6th, which would be this Saturday, at the Hilltop. But I think it's a private event.
Yeah.
But we are doing some private events. There's a guy named Phoenix who has a nice little pad with the stage and stuff, and he's been throwing some private events there, and we're gonna try to be there on May 30th.
Awesome.
But you know, yeah, we've done a few private affairs, and we have some more coming up. But you know, as the phases of everything are starting to open, you know what I mean. Eventually, we're gonna get entertainment back really soon, and you know, all the big festivals are rescheduled for next year. However, the smaller circuit, you know, events less than 200 people, 500 people, less than 1,000, whatever you want. Those events are going to be coming back a lot sooner. You know what I mean? So I believe that you're going to be seeing a lot of bigger artists doing the smaller events now.
Yeah,
just to kind of get out there and play.
Yeah, I think you're right. That, and I think that a lot of our music has gotten more exposure during this time when people are spending more time watching live streams and just checking out videos, and you know, people that aren't from the area but you know, from other areas checking out other regional bands, and so I think that's been kind of cool. I know you guys are 420 friendly and you have some amazing merch. Tell me about your merch.
Right now we have these rolling trays we've been selling. They're pretty cool. They're like, they're actually carved rolling trays, and then they put like epoxy in them, and then like, you know, wood stains. He does all this crazy stuff to them. I don't know. But so we have those rolling trays. We got t-shirts as well, that we sell at the shows. And this Saturday at the Cafe 247, we're gonna have for the first time they're USB chips, but they're wristbands.
Nice.
And it's gonna have all 4 of our albums and projects on there. And you can get all 4 projects for $20. Plug it into your computer or your radio, and they're right there to go. And not only that, but I mean, they're USB, so you know, if you wanted to add the other albums later on there to them, you can, you know, as more stuff gets released.
Yeah.
So it'll be 4 albums and a single that'll be on the USB chip. It'll be our newest single, Poolside, our album Happier Days, the Legalized album, the Shadows album, and the Smoke One EP. They're all going to be on there. So for $20, we're going to be selling our USB chips with all of our stuff. We got shirts for $25, and then we also have those rolling trays. They're custom, so they are $60 rolling trays, but you know, we only make them 4 at a time. So we literally sell them. We pre-order the first 4. He's making them, and then we sell them when they're done, and then it's just pre-orders, but it's literally 4 custom trays at a time.
Who is the artist that makes those? Give a shout out to him because he's great.
Oh, BNS Guitars. Shout out to BNS Guitars. He also made my guitar, which is, I call her Sweet Leaf. So yeah, he made my guitar and had an idea to make rolling trays. So Charlie over at BNS Guitars, get at him or get at me if you want some rolling trays or some TDP merch, because he's got it. I got it.
Fantastic.
You know, whatever you got to do.
Martin from Hilltop is a sponsor of my show. Thank you, Martin.
Love you, Martin. It's my boy.
That show on the 6th is private, but can you buy tickets to it? Can you get in on what's going on?
I don't know exactly what's happening yet. We're kind of waiting to see if the county moves into another phase before then. Okay. If they do, people will be able to come. Other than that, it's going to be a closed event. No tickets, no nothing. So that's kind of where we're at there. It's for a kid who's graduating. Shout out to the class of 2020, you guys. Yeah, man. I mean, it sucks. Your parents and you guys have been looking forward to this your whole lives, and for it to be shut down like this, and you know, you guys to get a half-ass graduation is really horrible. So we're gonna try and brighten that kid's day up, and we're gonna, you know, play a party for him, and it's going to be, of course, you know, in compliance with the social distancing laws or whatever. So, you know, we hope that the phases get opened up before that date to where we can invite the public too. Okay. So right now the Cafe 247 is pretty much the only public thing we have on the books. Gotcha. And we had about maybe, I would say 16, 17 shows get wiped out from the coronavirus. It was a lot, like two or 3 shows a week we've lost out on already. So,
what have you been doing, taking advantage of this time? Have you been writing a lot, and are you guys still getting together remotely, or what's going on?
Yeah, we get together, not as much as we'd like to, but as often as we can. My bass player will come over sometimes and work on songs, and we'll write them. We've got to do a lot of recording with my drummer. Just doing our song process, you know, the way we do it. And so we've actually recorded probably about 9 or 10 new songs.
Awesome.
that haven't been heard yet. We have, of course, Poolside, our new single that came out. We recorded that one, which will be on the album, and then 8 or 9 more songs after that. But yeah, I've taken advantage definitely of the quarantine time and have been writing and recording just like crazy, and trying to come up with something good. Most of our albums have been like cannabis based and everything like that, and that's cool. But we're kind of trying to get, like, I wouldn't say get away from it, but we're trying to be more versatile as far as our songwriting goes. We want to write about life, and we want to write about other stuff.
Okay.
Not to say that we haven't in the past, but we've always glorified and amplified the cannabis thing.
Yeah.
And I just feel like it's time for the next phase in our music career to just kind of focus on, family and a bigger message than what we can give ourselves. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So we're just trying to be more positive with it and be more family oriented. There's a lot of people who want their kids to listen to our music, but can't sometimes because some of our stuff is really explicit. And, which is fine. The explicit stuff is fine, but, at the same time, we want to deliver for the family stuff too. So we're just trying to focus on doing that and write better. Yeah. Well,
where can people find you online? What's the best place to hear your music, buy your music, get information, etc.?
Spotify. If you have Spotify, if you have YouTube, or you have Google or Amazon Music or iTunes, those are the top 5.
Okay,
so
awesome.
Spotify, Google, iTunes, Amazon. Those are the best places to find our stuff. And some places let you stream for free, pretty much. So
yeah,
that's, I would say, is the best way. Just you got to make sure you type in $20 profit, spell it right. That's
it's 20 is spelled out, and then
right.
Obviously dollar and profits, PROPHETS.
Yes, ma'am.
So tell me about the single we're gonna play, Poolside. When did you write it? What's it about? Tell me everything.
Okay. I wrote it about maybe 2 months ago.
Okay.
And it was written about an experience we had when we were on tour. We were in Wisconsin, and we just drove 33 hours just straight to Wisconsin to start a tour. And the first night of the tour was a Thursday, and it got canceled because of some bad weather. So it was raining and cloudy, and they knew they wouldn't have a good turnout, so they canceled the event, whatever. And me and the boys decided to buy a bunch of beer and go hang out by the pool. In Wisconsin, at a hotel, nobody was hanging out by the pool. It was raining outside. I don't think anybody even had a bathing suit within 100 miles. Yeah. You know what I mean? So we kind of brought the SoCal vibe to the pool. And, being on tour, some of us, sometimes we argue with our girlfriends. And, it's not easy being away from your family for a long time. Sometimes there are complications. So I just kind of wrote about, our experiences out on the road and that one time at the pool. And, we miss our families out there a lot. We miss our girls. So, it gets tough. So that's, I kind of wrote the song based on that, and I'm pretty proud of it. We recorded it within the last month. We recorded and mixed and mastered it and just released it as quick as we could because we knew it'd be the best summertime song to put out to go along with the album.
Where do you record your stuff?
Mostly we record it in-house, and then we do pre-production at home, and then we finish our recordings up with our buddy Mike Storm at Stormhouse Media. Okay. And we just kind of we record drums, and we do sometimes the final vocals there if their vocals aren't good enough that we did the first time, and we mix over there because he's actually an MI graduate. He went to MI for mixing and audio engineering, so he's kind of the best guy to have on the team for all that. Shout out to Mike Storm for mixing and mastering. Love you, brother. And he also does graphic design. So he's just, we're back and forth. I'll help him with his beats and his mixing, and he'll help me with the mastering and the design stuff. And where I lack, he gains, and vice versa. So that's kind of how we record everything. That's our process right now.
Right on. Well, it's a great song. We're going to play it right now. Thank you so much, Chris, for hanging out, and let me know what's up with the band. I hope to get to see you live very soon in the neighborhood.
Yeah, hopefully you're down there at the cafe on Saturday.
I may be. All right, you guys.
All right, Catherine.
This is Poolside by $20 Profits on the Listen Local show.
Said we was rolling like a stone. 'Cause them wheels keep on spinning and they just don't stop. And sometimes it could be so long. Santo just remind me there was no one on the phone. I was so messed up. It was late last night when I sparked it up. She was on my mind. We chilling by the poolside, just thinking about the love of my life. Alright, say we had broken up. It's been 2 damn nights since she called me up. So these drinks on ice. We chilling by the poolside, just thinking about the love of my life. What's going on? When I woke up the next day, you know I was super hungover. Chilling with the headache, thinking about you fall over. And I know that I really messed it up this time. Yes, I did. Said I was feeling so self-righteous, and she was so pissed off. And there just wasn't enough water to cool this girl off. And I knew without her love that the nights were getting long. So I started getting drunk and I started writing songs. I was so messed up. It was late last night when I sparked it up. She was on my mind. We chilling by the poolside, just thinking about the love of my life. Say we had broken up. It's been 2 damn nights since she called me up. So these drinks on ice. We chilling by the poolside, just thinking about the love of my life. Pick it up, hey. I'm smoking in Wisconsin with the boys by the pool. And you wonder why I'm out here always acting a fool. Said every time we do this, you know it ain't right. One day you say you love me, then the next day we gon' fight. I told you I was sorry for every single thing. Now we chillin' by the poolside, getting drunk again. Said I was so messed up. It was late last night when I sparked it up. She was on my mind. We chillin' by the poolside, just thinking about the love of my life. And again and again and again. Say we had broken up. It's been 2 damn nights since she called me up. So these drinks on ice. We chillin' by the poolside, just thinking